Hi, everybody. My name is Alan York, alongside soon-to-be junior golfer at Liberty University, Jonathan Yaun. And Jonathan, you were coming off a phenomenal weekend down at the prestigious Pinehurst #2 and down in North Carolina. Give us an idea of the event, what it was about, and we're going to talk about some match play. You went in 9-8 over your opponent from Oklahoma State, and the front nine of that particular match play event with him. Drew a lot of rave reviews nationally. So this past weekend, making it to the semifinals of that North-South Amateur. Your thoughts a couple days removed from that event?
Yes, sir. Yes, Alan. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it was a pleasure to go down there to Pinehurst and get to play some tournament golf again as an amateur. It's been a long time since I've played a tournament, and I've been patient through the pandemic, and I just trusted I'd have that opportunity and to get to play in such a prestigious event and iconic golf course like Pinehurst #2. It's just been a pleasure. And yeah, the results kind of speak for themselves. I mean, I can't take much glory and credit for it. I mean, I've worked really hard, but I just got to thank God for all the success I've had the past few days.
Jonathan, I want to specifically talk about that match you had against your opponent from Oklahoma State, winning 9-8, and you had a 28 on the front nine. Have you ever played that good of golf before?
I've never played that good anywhere before, and for it to be at Pinehurst #2 was made it feel just that much better. You know, I think my best 9-hole score before that was 6 under par, and but nothing like a championship golf course like #2. So it's definitely a score I'll never forget.
I want to go back to that round of 16 events, and you're facing off against Oklahoma State's Rasmus Neergaard Peterson, and you had a 28 on the front nine at Pinehurst #2. At what point during that round of 16 on that front nine did you realize this is that kind of out of body experience for me, but one of the best rounds you've ever played?
Yeah, so I would say on the fourth hole, hitting my tee shot, walking down the fairway, I was 3 up, and I said, "Man, like it'd be nice to get to like five or six up. I feel like I can do it." And but then I felt like that was a selfish thought, and I was like, "Jonathan, just keep playing one shot at a time. It'll just happen." And then all of a sudden, I get to after the fifth hole, I'm 5 up, and I go up to the sixth tee, and I'm 215 yards out, and I hit this 5 iron to 3 feet. And literally, I just started laughing. I'm like, this is a dream come true type of round, and ended up winning that hole. And then, seventh hole, hit a shot in there I missed the fairway. I was kind of out of position. He hit it close, probably 10 feet away, and I had like a 30-foot long putt. I'm just like, okay, at least I gave myself a chance. And I ended up rolling that long putt in, and he missed his putt. So now I'm 7 up out of, and it just kept, kind of happening one shot after another. And then soon enough on 9, hit another beautiful shot in there to 3 feet on a par 3, made birdie, got to 9 up through 9 holes. And I'm like, this is like literally like my dream this is like the best you can ever do in match play. And this is actually happening right now. And then 10th hole, we sealed the deal with the half on the hole to go 9-8. And yeah, it kind of just, it was really quick, honestly. I mean, I just played one shot at a time, and it was just the presence of God. I mean, I couldn't have done it, without it. Just, you feel God's presence with you and something like that. And it's not your own physical doing. It's just God completely doing all of it. And I just submitted to that. I didn't do it in my flesh, is one thing I can say. It was really neat.
Joined by Liberty golfer Jonathan Yaun. Still want to talk about this event, Jonathan, and match play versus stroke play. What if you played stroke play during that round of 16? What was your final score after that round? If you did tabulate that, and I know it's not how you want it, but having a 28 on the front nine, how'd you do on the back nine?
Yeah, I would have loved to have finished the round. So after I finished the 10th hole, there were 3 rules officials that came up to me and said that was the lowest 9-hole score they've ever seen on that course played. So that was a really cool, gesture. And they all said, "Jonathan, you're welcome to finish the round. You're welcome to, shoot the course record because we believe you can do it." I told him, I think I'm going to take a break. I think it's a great opportunity. I was the last year ball in that round of 16, and I ended up being the first one off the course.
Okay.
So it was like an advantage to go take a break because we had another 18-hole match that day I had to play. So it would have been kind of like a waste of my energy to do so in a sense, even though it would have been really cool to finish. But one of the things I did also that I think was really cool that people don't see is I went back into the next match, the quarterfinals, and shot 31 on that same side. So it was a combined 59 total for
Wow.
11 under par for an 18-hole stretch. So I'll never forget that.
Yeah, that is tremendous. And that kind of brings me to the next point. Okay, not finishing. Most people are thinking, okay, you played 9. Why don't you finish 18? Stroke play versus match play. Break down the difference in the two.
Yes, sir. So stroke play, you're you're not playing as aggressive, I would say, especially when you're trying to qualify for match play. So this tournament, in stroke play, there's 130 players in the field, and top 32 get into the match play portion. So you got to golf your ball, and you don't want to make too many mistakes. And every shot counts. But in match play, if there's opportunities where your guy's a little off or he's playing really solid, you might have to kind of play a little more aggressively to a tough left pin or tough right pin than you would if it was stroke play. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why match play and stroke play could be a lot different. But at Pinehurst number two, it's kind of like you go at pins, you're gonna get breaks. You're also gonna get some really bad breaks. So playing it conservatively is usually the way to go in any sort of golf setting like match players should play.
Jonathan, you hear about Pinehurst number 2 and the historical matches and events that course has hosted. I mean, it's renowned across the world. You think of Augusta, and you think of the Masters. You think of Pinehurst, you think of professional golf. Is that as high a profile a course as you have competed on before?
Um, Definitely. It was definitely the highest stage of amateur golf I've ever played in. Um, Best field I've probably ever played in amateur golf. And, I was there's no pressure on me. I mean, a lot of those guys have been in those positions before, and this was my first time really playing in a big match play event. And I, I just, I just wanted to go play against those guys that are big Power Five schools, and it was just a really cool experience to get to beat some of those players.
So after this event, even a couple days removed, have you talked to Jeff Thomas yet about the event and the confidence boost that it gives you going into this next season?
Yeah, so I talked with Coach Thomas briefly right after the tournament, and he just wanted to congratulate me that I did a great job representing the school and the Lord, and just what an opportunity it was. Not to just It wasn't about me, it was about serving others and being a light to the world. And I think that was such a cool opportunity. God placed me in a position where I could be used, and I didn't deserve it, but let alone he just, by his grace, I was able to be a part of something really special that weekend. I'm forever grateful for that. And I think it is exciting going forward into the season because I'm not the only one just playing good. Like, we have about 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on our team that can start that are phenomenal players. And I'm just a small piece of that puzzle. Even though I've played some great golf as of late, there's going to be a lot of guys you're going to be seeing coming up that are going to be playing some phenomenal golf. One for example, we just received Eugene Pong, who was a recruit from Florida, who came here, and he's actually one of my really good friends back home, and phenomenal junior golfer, and he's going to be a great asset to our team coming forward, and very excited about that. But also, like, Irvin Chang and Kieran Vincent, two guys that are veterans on our team and that are playing huge amateur events this summer. For example, the Western Amateur coming up, and also the U.S. Amateur. We'll be going out there at the end of June, so it's going to be a really cool summer for some of our guys on our team playing the major amateur events in the whole world coming up, even though North and South was a fun one.
Want to get one final thought from you, Jonathan, joined by Jonathan Yaun, soon to be junior golfer with Liberty Athletics. That is junior academically at Liberty, not junior golfer coming as a freshman. Want to differentiate between the two, but you've been at Liberty now a couple of years, Jonathan. And during the pandemic, you decided to stay in Lynchburg to train, and versus going back home to Florida, you felt being in Lynchburg on campus was the safest for you. And I think that speaks to the I guess, support group that you have with Coach Thomas and your family to say, hey, this is the best for me. Why did you just stay? Why did you decide to stay in Lynchburg? What work did you get in being able to play in Virginia, where it seems like the pandemic has affected some, but not like it has other parts of the country. So it worked out for you to stay in Lynchburg and train. Why did you do that, and what did you get out of the last couple of months?
Yeah. So what I think the big reason why I stayed was because I still had a few. We had about 3 or 4 guys on our team that stayed also, so we kind of had that group together still, and we technically still would have had 2 more months to prepare for our summer events. If we had the season still going. So I think it was cool to be with those guys training together. Not feeling home, being by ourselves at our homes, but being able to kind of train together.
Yeah.
Not just in the gym, but also practicing together, getting those reps in where a lot of guys would be kind of just doing whatever at their house. Just staying in the rhythm of preparing like an NCAA athlete would. And also like thankfully we still had our academic coordinators still with us. So I was able to get my help with my schoolwork. And yeah, if I went home, I don't know if I would have finished my classes. So I needed to stay for that portion of it too.
Yeah. Good stuff, Jonathan. Congratulations on the success this past weekend. Future is very bright for you and this phenomenal golf program under Jeff Thomas. Thanks for the time. We'll catch up with you soon, okay?
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Alan, and God bless you.